Short stream today, boys.
All right, we are now live.
Cool.
Hello, Sadiq One, Sly Blue. What's up, dude? I gotta fix my chair. All right, is it time to load up the sweet nasty chess?
The sweet nasty.
One is early, not even on time. He's transcended.
That's incredible.
All right.
Hello, chat.
We're still on the waiting screen. Whoopsies. They cannot see us. There we go. Hello. All right. I linked it to you on Facebook.
Nice. Hello for real this time, chat.
All right, question. I've been thinking about this a lot today. Jaden Smith's
Question.
icon, good or bad? Because I actually kind of like it.
Are you showing it on the stream?
No, because I don't know what kind of music they listen to. Mathwiz is here. What's up, Mathwiz?
Hey.
I was thinking about... Hold on. Is my chair sinking? I gotta check. Okay. I just fell. Alright, I'm back up. Alright, guys. I don't... Okay, do you guys listen to rap music? Because, like, I want to play the song, but, like, if you don't listen to rap, you're obviously probably not gonna like it. So, okay. Just bear with me. We're gonna listen to one song. It's called called Icon by Jaden Smith. I just want to get...
Hey, I love this song.
I just want to get general opinions. You've heard it, Zero?
Yeah, I'm familiar. I've been listening to it a lot lately.
Right,
Not the remix.
Give me 3 minutes to listen to it. All right, guys. I'll play it a little loud. It's you know, if you guys
making fun of my hair.
Is this Neo Yuki? That's also Jaden. No, I think he's just referencing Jaden Smith, but it might be a double entendre.
That's fair.
Hold on, I'm getting video output low. What does that mean? YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Seems fine. Whatever. I'm gonna play the song. If you don't like rap, bear with me for 3 minutes. If you do like rap, I'm interested in getting your opinion on this.
Thank you, Silly Lily.
Oh, wait, it's going to
One is not pleased.
What you call an icon living? Start a record label, Misfits just did it. Nylon cover 5 minutes. Whoa, we are too hot in the business. About to make a
I'll probably
movie
just listen to the
independent.
first verse.
Need new trucks independent. I need you to listen to the vision. All your verses sound like dirty dishes. I'm about to clean them in the kitchen. And we making money by the minute. I'm about to do it way different. I am just an icon living. I am just an icon.
Alright. I assume that was the first verse. Whatever. Alright. Silly Willie says, I can tell you the song is trash. 1 second and it's obvious. Okay. Well. Oh, the stream is really buffering. What is up with that?
What's your question?
The question is just, what do you think? Is it good? Is it bad?
I like the song. I think it's a little repetitive, but as far as, you know, his actual wordplay and lyricism goes, not bad. I think the intro is a little weird, but once the song actually starts, like, you know, I start to feel it.
I also think it's a bit of a banger, if you ask me.
Yeah, it's a bit of a banger.
Just a bit. All right. Those in chat, can you tell me if the stream is lagging really hard? Because on my screen it is, and then it's also telling me that it is, but no one's complained yet. So
It's not lagging for me. It's lagging a little bit for me. Yeah, now Sadiq's complaining.
Okay. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna try to fix it. Not sure how, but I'll try. Do I have something else running? How do I... The audio is fine, but it's just the video. Well, I guess that's good. We tend to just play chess anyways. I'm gonna restart the stream and we'll be right back. Hopefully that fixes it.
Alrighty.
Alright, we back.
And we back.
Alright.
I'm losing the chat.
Hey, what's up, dude? Alright, it seems like we're good. I'm getting a green light here.
Nice.
Alright, guys, just let me know if it... Oh, it still looks like it's buffering on my screen. Wait, how's it on your screen, Zero? Is it fine?
Yeah, it looks fine.
Alright, we're good. Alright, guys, how's it going? Now that we got Jaden Smith out of the way. I mean, video buffering probably shouldn't be that big of a deal, considering we just play chess and talk. And,
yeah.
Chess isn't that a high FPS action. So, but, I mean, I would like it to look good still.
Yeah, we have to... Oh, wait. Never mind.
Wait, what the heck? My...
Oh, now it's buffering.
Is it? Yeah, because my thing's not even loading.
I guess we're back, but... Is your thing fixed?
Yeah, it is.
Dope.
Let me...
What's with all those technical difficulties today? You gotta step up your game, man.
I don't know. I don't usually have any, like, internet problems, but... I'm doing a quick,
that was fun.
Someone mowing their lawn? I just muted. Huh. Fiora, how's it going, dude?
Welcome back.
Yeah, my internet does seem pretty slow right now. I'm not really sure why. It is all my fault. I mean, I am the one literally streaming, so... Can I change the settings while I'm live? Maybe I could... Maybe I could, I don't know, lower the settings or something? I don't know how to do it. Did you guys catch the Digi debate yesterday? I actually missed it. Yes, I did watch. Well, I didn't watch it live, but I went and rewatched it after. It was as dumb as I thought it'd be.
I didn't watch it because I was doing other stuff.
He did this thing where he had his fiance reading the chat, and the chat would, if like the chat was just saying like next or something, he'd skip the caller and you just go to the next person, but they just spam next on everyone. So like like there's only one debate kind of, and it was, and everyone was like debating. No one was really like, I don't know, I crave that juicy drama, guys. I wanted to see someone go in, like I wanted to see Mr. Cynical go in, I wanted to see what the what go in, but instead it was like Pedro, like Pedantic Romantic, going in saying like, I want to debate why you think streaming on a Saturday night is okay. I'm clearly busy. Like just joking around is like, I don't I want to see someone yell at him, or I want to see him yell at someone. I don't have a stake in this. I don't have any particular side that I support. I just want to see people yell at each other. That's not what I got.
That's lame. I think it's just because he didn't give people like enough advance, you know? Like I'm sure his real villains would have come out the cut if they gave him like a week of prep time.
Maybe. Well, I know that. Well, What the What has like a whole 3-part series, so he's had like a year of prep time at this point.
I guess that's true.
I haven't watched it, so I don't know, but it seems like people, I don't know, empathize with his cause. I don't personally like. I mean, I would say in general, I'm a fan of Digibro. Like, I follow his content and stuff. I do think he's trying really hard to innovate right now, and it's kind of desperate and making some of his content not great. But I don't have any like stake in the beef, you know. There's a little pun for you right there.
Yeah, no stake in the beef. So let's try to get the cheese.
It's your turn, by the way. Oh, nice, dude. I was
Not
thinking.
sure how to continue.
I was thinking about. I don't know if Math was still here, but I was thinking about a video he made. I think he made it during his March Madness event. He made a video about deleting older videos and why he doesn't like to do it. And I've been thinking about, because I responded to that. I replied on a comment, and I said that I do delete a lot of my videos. Like, if you go to our channel right now, if you go to like sort by old or whatever, I think most of those older videos left up, you'll see just like back-to-back Zero, like uploading over and over again. This is because I've just gone back and deleted, or not deleted, unlisted or privated most of those older uploads.
Yeah.
In fact, I'd unlist even more if I felt, you know, like...
If he had permission to unlist mine, he'd do it to those too.
No, not... I mean, maybe some, but... Not like like there's still a couple of mine up that I would probably take down, but you know, it's there's a social acceptability here, and if I'm just deleting everything, then you know I look bad. But I do delete a lot, because what I had said was I think of my channel as like a demo reel or like a portfolio, and well, that's what I compared it to. And I said like a director wouldn't put subpar work on their demo reel, which I think was, oh, hey, Madison Brown's in the chat.
Hey, what's up, Madison?
What was I gonna say? Yeah, that was. So I had made the claim that I think of, the channel in that way, which I think is, I don't know how you feel about that, because I don't think many other people do. And I think the reason why is sort of because like it's not my dream job of being like, this is, I don't want to say this in an insulting way anyway, but this isn't like the end goal for me is to be successful on YouTube. You know, it's like I want to be successful on YouTube and then do other stuff too. Namely, I want to, you know, I'm not wearing my glasses. Namely, I want to start, like, you know, writing and stuff. So I was just wondering how you felt about that.
Well, there is a reason I don't necessarily want to delete all of my old videos, even though I do think pretty much all of them are bad. It's kind of the same reason I don't, like, delete old statuses on Facebook. I just, you know...
Which I do a lot of. I have the, I have those daily reminders about old posts just so I can go back and delete them.
And I just, you know, like to look back and laugh. It's not quite the same thing with our old videos, because with those, it's more like, you know, I want other people to be able to look back and laugh at us. It feels sort of fake.
I don't want that.
Yeah, reasonably so.
I mean, I agree. It feels fake, and that's just the L I got to take on this, because I got my reputation at stake here.
We choose our battles.
That was what Math was seemed to be also sort of basing his video off of was sort of the authenticity of keeping your videos up, and the sort of I think that's reasonable. The sort of upwards trajectory that is displayed in doing so. Like, you could watch an old Mathwas video and a new Mathwas video and see the progression of his skills as, you know, an analyst. But yeah, the thing is, for me, from the perspective of someone who wants to be a writer, or, you know, I don't know, because that's such a huge goal in my mind, I think it would not serve me well to have it on public record things that how should I put this? Things that are dumb, you know, like
yeah, I see where you're getting at.
Like, if I make a video about why something is bad, like why something has bad writing, then that's sort of like a precedent I'm setting for my own writing, and I need to meet my own, you know, standards and stuff. So I got to be careful about, you know, what I'm putting on the channel and stuff like that. Even, I mean, I even want to delete some of these Korra videos, and those came out like a month ago.
I wouldn't go that far.
I would.
I see what you mean, because the reason I sometimes want to delete some of my older videos, and despite the fact that I haven't and don't, is I really do want to, you know, put my best foot forward here. Like, I'm worried about someone finding the channel through, like, I don't know, what's an example?
Like a bad video of yours?
Yeah.
Probably the Orin High School Host Club one. Not necessarily bad, but clearly just,
no
you
one's
know,
finding the channel through that one.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Yes, we do have a Discord. I can't grab the link right now because the Discord is on Zero's camera. But if Zero wants to grab a link to the Discord, he could link it in chat. That'd be sweet.
Sure thing. I can do that for our friends here.
47 bees in a crab shell. What is that? 47 bees in a crab shell says, "Dude, no, the core videos are top." That's a really funny name.
Thank you, 47 bees in a crab shell.
One says, "Some of your old videos are dumb, Hoodie." Yeah, I mean, I agree. Like, I kind of want to go through and remake a lot of them. You know, I remade my sports anime video, and I'd probably want to remake that one a third time. I definitely want to remake the Thor one. I don't know if I will or not, because I don't know if I have time, and I don't know if I have that much to say, but I do think I could do better. Like,
a weird perspective, because
it was like
it
the Thor
Ragnarok. In a pre-Ragnarok world.
Yeah,
now we're in a post-Ragnarok world.
It was extrapolating what could happen in Thor Ragnarok based off the trailer. It wasn't like a theory video or anything, or like a prediction video, but it was like talking about the problems of the Thor movie so far and how they could be fixed in Thor Ragnarok based off the trailers, which means that only like that piece of information could only exist for the 6 months before the movie came out, before it seemed weird and outdated. The one where you talk about stakes, I think you're talking about No Game No Life. Yeah, I saw your comment on it, and I was thinking about rewatching the video to see what I said, but I just decided not to. I do I do hold the same opinion. I'm not sure if I explained it properly. You know, the one thing I am pretty proud about is there's one single, I'm gonna show it on screen, there's one single editing little thing that I did in one of the Korra videos that I want to show right now, because no one pointed it out. Out of however many comments I have on there, you know, 815 comments, no one pointed out this one thing, and it kind of makes me sad, because I thought it was pretty neat. I gotta find it. I don't actually know where it is. Stand by. It might not even be in this video. It was... I'm not gonna be able to adequately explain what I did. Okay, you know, you guys are just gonna have to trust me on this one. It was pretty cool. No one noticed it, and that made me sad. If anyone can find a clip in one of these videos, it's of Korra riding Naga outside of the Southern Water Tribe, and when she does so, the doors like open up. And I had just put in a clip of, here, I'll just play it at 3 times speed while I talk. I just put in a clip from the original Avatar show, which is obviously in a not a widescreen format. So like there were black bars on the side, and it's kind of awkward to transition between Korra and Atla because of the different resolutions. So what I did was I added black bars to the Korra clip, and then slowly remove the black bars as the door was opening, so that it sort of, it's, you know, it just, you gotta see it. You just gotta see it.
Guys, it's cool.
Yeah, I swear I'm cool, please.
What the fuck?
Oh, I was not talking this entire time. Why is it doing that?
Our stream just died for a second, but it's back.
Video output low. What is wrong with my internet?
I don't know. Technical difficulties.
Hello? Hello?
I can hear you. I do not know about our fans.
One second. It seems I'm still getting video output low. I don't know why though. Is it dead again?
Looks like it's chugging along, but it's very slow.
My streams. Oh yeah, it is incredibly. What the heck is happening?
Stream dead.
Dude, I've actually never had internet problems here. I don't know what the problem would be. Alright, hold on. I gotta check to see if I'm like downloading something or something. Whatever. How long was I out? Did anyone hear at all what I was saying?
I don't know. I heard all of it.
I mean, yeah, you heard all of it. Where did I leave off? Did anyone hear how cool I was? If not, I totally adequately explained. And Zero's like, man, that was really cool. If only they heard that. So yeah, I'm not gonna do it again. So you guys just missed it.
It'd be impossible to deliver it as perfectly a second time.
Alright, it seems like we're back. I'm still getting video output low, but I mean, they're telling us it's back.
That's a real truck.
Okay. Hey guys, you want to see the cool new stream layers or stream borders I've done? Look, this is me and him on the screen in a different layer. Then I have one that's, you know, just me. And then if we ever have a guest, I have this one that's 3. There's 3 of us. We could have the guest right here. And then there's one. This is also one if there's 3 of us, but a little different. Put a lot of time into those, and really never there's never a chance to use them, but they're there.
Hey, we got 2 new people in a Discord.
I can't check without like getting rid of your camera.
It's Ramen Noodles 44 and Player, or rather just Dread. Like Dre ED.
Y'all gotta universalize your names. Like,
Yeah, what's wrong with you people?
You're making me do twice the work because I need to, or 3 times the work really, because I need to both remember, crusty wet sock, and then I have to remember Silly Willy, and then I also have to remember that they're the same person.
That's a lot. There's only so much information the brain can handle, Oh, I went there.
Sadiq says, I heard it. It wasn't that cool. Come on.
How dare you call him out? He trusted you.
Alright, just go back to the Korra videos, watch all 3 of them. One of them has a cool little thing. I swear, man. If you just look at it. What did you just take? Was there a pawn there?
Yeah.
How dare you?
I had no choice. I didn't want to take that with the bishop because I'm going to go for the black dragon.
Bring Mathwas on. He has offered to come on the stream, and I would love to take him up on the offer, but I don't know. He just said message.
He's even available right now. Like he's not in the chat anymore.
Well, he said message me. Just message me ahead of time, and then I don't know. I just get nervous.
He's not ahead of time.
Yeah, I get nervous. I don't know, man. Because like, what if we invite him on and then we look dumb? Then what?
I'm sure he's used to that by now.
Yeah, I mean, he does a podcast with a bunch of losers. Like pedantic romantic. Who is that guy? I've never even heard of him. I mean, that girl. Sorry.
Pedro.
Plot twist: we're all crusty wet socks.
It's everyone in our Discord server sharing the account.
She has this one account. What are your thoughts on Overlord? I haven't seen it, but I saw that Joe from Pause and Elect tweets about it sometime. Pause and Select tweets about it sometimes.
He's a genius.
I was thinking about watching it. Hold on, damn Hoodie, I thought you were a genius. You disappoint me. Am I not a genius? Do I need to skin this entire video and find the clip? I swear to God, guys. All right, I'm playing it. It's 4 times speed. I'm playing. I'll play it. Does anyone else watch videos like this with theater mode, or do you use default view? Zero, what do you use?
Regarding what?
YouTube videos. There's an option to go full screen, default mode, or theater view. I do theater, but I've noticed that not many other people do that.
I sometimes do theater. I don't really watch videos on my laptop anymore. I tend to just watch them on my phone. And then I just make them full screen because it's just small screen.
Oh wait, hold on. Is it when I watch? Does the stream lag when I put on a video? Is that what's happening?
It might be. So you're trying to stream while you're streaming.
I also noticed that chat is super far behind. So I don't know what the delay is right now, but
they're just slow.
No, because I could see the stream on my screen too. It seems like super, I don't know, at least a good 30 seconds behind, which is kind of annoying. I need that chat interactivity. Always theater mode, that's my dude. I knew there was a reason why we kept Steak around.
I'm gonna see Deadpool 2 tonight.
You going tonight?
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
It's gonna be fun.
I want to see Deadpool 2 as well.
I would invite you, but we'll be taking the bus.
Oh. I don't want to make it seem like I was fishing for an invite there. I was just making a general statement.
I'm aware, but I would invite you, except that we are taking the bus.
Who are you going with? Your brother?
Yeah.
Except for live streams to watch the stream. What are we talking about? Who does theater? Me. Oh, we just crashed again. What the heck?
Gosh dang it. Oh, we back? Stop trying to play YouTube videos.
Okay, yeah. I was trying to find the coolest spot. All right, no more YouTube videos. I'll turn off the music too. I don't know how. Is that gonna be weird? We always have music on.
We can't not have music.
Well, the music, I don't
goes down without the music. So be it.
All right, I turned off the music.
Coward.
I don't know if we're gonna be able to make it. It doesn't. I don't know, man. I'm trying to deduce what the problem is. I don't have anything downloading. I don't think Skype's doing anything, but I'll turn it off, I guess. Discord.
I'm gonna have to beat up one.
Why?
He's talking shit about you, dude. I'm not gonna sit here and listen to this asshole.
Nah, I deserve it, man. I am a loser. I'm a big dumb loser idiot.
Hey man, don't talk that way about yourself. All right, you're a winner.
KDH says hello. I'm a recent subscriber. Zero. I'm trying to say hi to someone.
Oh, sorry.
KDH says hello. I'm a recent subscriber. I really enjoy your content. Thank you, KDH. It's nice to have you.
Thank you, KDH. Welcome to the stream and to our channel.
All right. Peace out, Silly Willy.
Wow.
I don't blame him. I mean, I'm not gonna watch a laggy stream. I'm trying to.
That's true.
Trying to figure out what's going on here. I mean, I don't think because we were on Discord last time, so it's probably not Discord. And I mean, even if it was, then what am I gonna do? Oh wait, hold on. I'm being told the stream health is in the green. I think we might be. Nope, it's back in red. All right. What is there to do but cry at this point?
Isn't that the question? I just want to complete my setup.
Oh, I didn't even see that move. I'm an idiot.
This is what happens when you pay more attention to the stream than the game that we're not even really playing for the sake of the stream.
It takes 2 hours to play one game for us.
That is our usual rate.
47 Bees and Crab Shell says, praise the stream gods. That's not, not what you said. Well, I think we should pray, even though that's not what you said. We should pray to the stream gods and see if they'll bless us with good internet. All right.
You didn't say pray, but it is a good idea.
All right. Our Father, who art in heaven.
Want the music back.
What? Okay. I mean, I can't. All right, guys. If the stream crashes, I mean, it's on you. I mean, it's everyone. Okay, everyone note on this. Viora just said, put on the music. It's Viora. So, if the stream crashes, I want you to find this person on Twitter. I want you to find their address. I want you to find their name. I want you to find their social security number. We're doxing
I can do all
you.
of that. I'm getting a passport soon. Where do you think I should go?
Why are you getting a passport? You usually get the passport. Well, I mean, you can, but like usually it comes up to get the passport when you are going somewhere.
You expect me to be unprepared?
Yeah, I mean a little bit. I certainly don't. I certainly don't expect you to be prepared. I mean, there's a middle ground, surely, but
how dare you? The world's greatest detective is prepared for everything.
Sadiq says you look good, and we don't need to read the rest. Thank you, Sadiq. I do look good.
It's true.
I'm thinking about making a new Discord channel, Cause what is that?
You know, just a passing car.
Yeah, nice.
I don't even live on like a busy street, but so many cars have passed since we started streaming.
It literally is an IP dip do or ip dip do of crashing. What does that even mean?
Ip dip do.
Oh, that's all. Okay, I should have just turned off the ip dip do and we'd be perfectly fine.
Did you set it to Wumbo? Did you even try?
Did I even try? What was I saying before that? Oh yeah, I was thinking about making a new Discord channel because Silly Willy and Sadiq have been just like taking the general chat to a weird spot.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Sure, nothing wrong with it, but just maybe I'll move it out of general. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with the not safe for work toga only channel, but yeah, it's still its own
time
thing.
and a place for it.
Why would I make a hygiene channel? Brush your teeth, Sadiq. What do you need? What do you need us to tell you that? Andy the Shark says, "I like cake." I like you, Andy.
And I like sharks, so.
All right, what's the move here? How's the stream looking on your end? Are we good?
Yeah, we good.
I'm still in the red, so I'm a little nervous, but I could set it to, according to stream options, we're set to low latency. So I could set it to normal, and if it's normal, the delay would be a little longer, I think, but it would not. I don't know, it might be better. Maybe we'll do that next time.
Fiora asks, "What's with the toga section on the Discord?"
I don't know, man. I listen. I'm a man. I'm a river to my people, and it was requested upon me. I saw that when we were first making the channel. I had just joined Mathwiz's Patreon Discord, and I saw that he had a not safe for work channel, and I didn't want to click on it because I was like, well, I don't know, like, is this gonna be weird if I click on it? So I just didn't. I didn't for a long time, but I thought, well, if Mathwiz, this pure sweetheart of a man, Mathwiz has a not safe work channel, then surely just everyone should have one. So indeed, why not have one for our channel? And then we made one, and let me tell you, it lives up to its name. It's not safe for work. But then I went back. I went back to Mathwiz. I was like, all right, let's just check to see what's going on in Mathwiz's not safe for work channel. There's nothing in there. No, literally nothing. So I got baited.
Yeah. It happens to the best of us.
Hey Hoodie, what's the worst thing about Atla? Are you trying to have me lose the entire channel? I'm gonna get lynched.
He's trying to distract you.
What's the worst thing about Atla? I mean, in a very general sense, I think the first half of season 1 is the worst thing about Atla, but if you wanted me to get more specific about it, I don't know. This certainly is not the worst thing, but it does come to mind is the character of Suki outside of like the last episode she was in. Oh, not the last episode, but outside of Boiling Rock Part 2, I think the character of Suki is not good. And then she's just really, really good in that one episode. Certainly not the worst character, though, or the worst aspect of the show. But I do attribute the Warriors of Kyoshi, that the 4th episode, to be one of the, not worst, but definitely one of the not good ones of season 1. Why is it Toga? Why is it only Toga though? Well, I'm a man of specific taste.
We're going to make one channel for every anime character.
Yeah.
Welcome to the chat, Luke.
Luke Shanahan? Am I saying that wrong? What's up, dude?
I don't know. I think that's right. Shanahan.
Alright. Silly Willy is getting timed out. How do
Actually, he's getting banned.
I timed out Silly Willy for 300 seconds. I didn't mean it to do that long. Hold on, how do I... Let me bring him back. Oopsies. I don't know how to bring you back.
Nice going.
Alright, Silly Willy, hopefully you can just wait that one out. Sorry about that.
Sometimes you just gotta put him in timeout. Yo, Hoodie's abusing his power. The people are gonna rise up.
Are you gonna impeach me? Good luck. What anime has the best soundtrack? I think Naruto is the best. I'm not gonna speak as an authority on this, but I'll tell you, I really enjoy like the Soul Eater soundtrack. I think Naruto is also pretty great. Naruto is probably the most iconic in my memory. Like, there are very specific emotions attached to a lot of those songs. But if I'm just trying to bang, that sounded weird. If I'm just trying to get a banger, then some of those Soul Eater songs really get me going. Yeah, I don't know what I would say other than that.
I'd have to say Death Note. And I don't know, just over the years, those songs, they really stuck with me.
That's a good answer. Hold on. What would you... One says, what would you rate...
For Death Note? That's a fucking banger.
That's true. One says, what would you rate Atla out of 10? The entire show... I don't know. I don't really like out of 10 ratings, like 10 out of 10 or whatever. I don't know. It seems a little too arbitrary for me. So I'm not going to give it a number, but I will say I think Atla is genuinely amazing.
I'd give it a 9. Just out of being like too much of a pussy to give it a 10. I'll give it a 9.
Am I in a chat with children? I will say a lot of you guys are younger than I'd expect you to be. Like our general audience seems to be over 18 in their 20s, but like our like core audience, like the people who show up to the live streams and everything, seem to be on the younger side. Not all of you, but I don't know how old Anbu is, but I think he's...
I believe Anbu's an adult.
Yeah.
He says he has a job and whatnot.
Although technically
like
you could have a job. Oh, he says he's in an office job?
Yeah.
I don't like the second OP of Death Note. I don't know. I'm not like a metalhead, so I can't say whether or not it's like bad, but I will tell you I do not like listening to it.
I'm definitely not a big fan.
I'm a very I've never seen most of the songs.
Casper, welcome to the chat.
Casper, how you doing, dude? It's an interesting way of spelling that. I've never seen most of the song. Like, I haven't seen Gurren Lagann. I saw the first episode, and I haven't seen Melancholy of whatever her name is. I forget.
Haruhi Suzumiya.
Yeah, but I will say, Misaki Endo. This guy does pretty good covers. I'm gonna play the Gurren Lagann one right now. It's a banger.
Anbu's 27.
Oh, you're older than
And
us.
47 bees and a crab shell is 25. I recently turned 20.
It's true. Just a couple days ago.
A few days ago, actually.
All right. No, you're 19 again. I'm revoking that.
We're taking Pop's birthday.
Fiora, how old are you? I have not seen Haruhi, no. I've
have
thought
not
about
seen
it.
either.
I've genuinely thought about it, like more than I usually think about like shows. But I don't know. It seems appealing, but not yet. I'll get there eventually. I'm not trying to rush it.
Yeah. the
You're
first time-
13. Hey, Silly Willy's back.
Thanks, Hoodie. Welcome back, Silly.
I didn't know. I thought it'd be like timeout, and then you could type in a time. I was just gonna put like 10 seconds, but it just automatically did 300.
Just hit him with that 5-minute ban.
Kill la Kill soundtrack is really good. That's true.
Cowboy Bebop. Yeah. It has its moments. I really like the atmosphere. I get kind of bored watching it, which is why I haven't been able to finish it. But I also haven't tried in recent years. I'd say probably the last time I tried watching Cowboy Bebop, I was like 15.
Yeah,
So-
I mean that's. I'm not gonna. I've been thinking about rewatching Cowboy Bebop so much so that we're gonna decide. We're gonna put up the Patreon post to see what we're gonna review this month tomorrow. And if we don't get any recommendations, then I was thinking about doing Cowboy Bebop, but you know, obviously if we get a recommendation, then we'll prioritize that.
Yeah.
And I haven't talked to Zero about that at all, so I don't even know if he wants to, but that is something I was thinking about.
I wouldn't mind doing Cowboy Bebop. It would definitely be good to, you know, do some older shows. I really enjoyed watching Wolf's Rain.
Yeah, that was surprising. I didn't expect to like it as much as I did.
I did want to talk to you about the fact that it seems like everyone thinks we hate every show we watch.
Because it's like, I mean, it's easy to review why you dislike something. It's hard to review why you like something. Like, because I think liking things is, how do I put this? Alright, level 1, let's break this down into levels. Level 1 is liking something. Level 2 is disliking something. And then level 3 is like being able to adequately explain why you like something. And I just like, you know, it's harder to do that. You know, it's very easy to just say, I really like the characters. It's a little harder to say, I dislike the characters because of X reason. It's a lot harder to say, I like the characters because of X, Y, Z. Certain times, so that's not always the case, but
Yeah. It's usually a lot easier to elaborate on what it is about a show that turns you off than it is about all the good stuff. Because even when you do voice those thoughts, it comes across as like rather simple,
yeah.
you know.
And like, because it's weird, because I actually thought we were really fair in the Fate Zero review. Yet one of the comments we got was like,
this is just shitting on Fate Zero.
Yeah, they thought the video wasn't bashing on the show, but that, I don't know. And another thing of note is that because they're not like written reviews in their conversation, a lot of times, we're just sort of, not everything we say is like a critique or praise of the show. For example, like I had made a comment about how like the Lancer death scene was like really weird. That wasn't me saying that the Lancer death scene was bad or that the Lancer death scene was good. It was just me making conversation about, the odd nature of it. But like it kind of comes across as me saying that I didn't like it, which was not the case. But I think that's just sort of, I don't know, a change of expectation needed when watching these videos, is that we're not going for scripted review. Like this isn't a glass reflection video where it's like, I don't even know what he does. I don't know why I said that. But yeah, the point is, it's not scripted. It's not like meticulously thought of. It's like we watch the show and then immediately after watching it, like maybe a couple hours to like 12 hours later, we, with like with like 3 sentences of notes, we talk about it for a half hour. We missed some stuff in chat. Oh, yeah. One of the things I wanted to play was the Death Parade ED. Just gonna play that in the background. I think it's pretty good. Hey Hoodie, how about you actually watch Gurren Lagann? Well, here's the thing. There's a reason I only watched the first episode. It's not that it was bad, but I was bored. And people I respect a lot, like Best Guy Ever, and everyone else in the world say it's great and how amazing it is. And I'm sure they're not wrong, but I was bored and I didn't want to keep watching. A good video idea would be the philosophical meaning and fight of Ling and Greed becoming one from FMAB. Well, if you already
to revisit Fullmetal Alchemist recently.
Here's a crazy idea, Luke, and this sounds condescending. I don't mean it in that way, but if you have the idea, you could just make the video yourself. Like, I don't want that to come across as mean or condescending, because I don't mean it that way. I mean it in the sense of like, the only difference between us making it and you making it, I don't know. If you have a good idea, any of you guys, if you have a good idea, sure, shoot it to us, but we might not do it. So if you really want it, go out there and make it yourself.
If you want something done right, you got to do it yourself. Oh, Brian's in the chat.
Brian Lowe, dude, what's up? The Death Parade OP is better than its ED. I think I would agree with that. I'm not 100% sure, but I think I would agree. But it's like they're very different tonally, and I was kind of just trying to go with the edge of the ED.
See, the problem is FMA is another show that I struggle to sit through. And it's a good show.
The stream is super incriminating for us.
Yeah.
Watch Ava, you lose your crap, silly. Well, that wasn't directed at me, but you know what? While we're at it, I'm only on episode 16 of Ava, and I dropped it. It's officially dropped. I'm just.
Damn, really?
And it's officially dropped in the sense that I'm not going to make the attempt to keep watching it. Not that I won't ever get back to it, because okay. I did think it was good in my time watching it, but it's dropped. I'm not getting back to it anymore.
I did end up finishing it. I think after we streamed that day.
Well, I'm sorry I made you do that.
Hey, I liked it.
Yeah, I know, but I was like, hey, you should watch this. It's important that you watch this. And then I didn't even do it.
But yeah, I do really like Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and for some reason I watched the entire original Fullmetal Alchemist show, even though I knew it was like mostly non-canon. It's just... One sec. Okay.
Sorry, they're just jamming out there.
Yeah, they're really jamming. Like, the show's...
Oh, shoot, that was a mistake. Let me take that back.
Is actually pretty interesting. You want to take back?
Yeah, I messed up. Thanks, dude. Go ahead.
The show's plot is genuinely interesting, and, you know, the fight scenes are nothing to scoff at. They're pretty good, but I don't know, this show just feels so slow-paced sometimes, and they, like, really talk a lot, and I just... something always pulls me out of it. I don't know what it is. It's some magic force on this anime is preventing me from being able to watch it. I don't know. I think I'm cursed.
Here's my hot take. Anime, not even that good.
You officially just killed your career as an anime YouTuber. That
Our
was
Twitter.
That comment, but that was the final nail in the coffin.
Our Twitter does just say 2 dudes who think anime is pretty alright. So listen, if you thought I loved it, that's on you.
Yeah, that was your mistake.
Nah, anime is cool. Anime is cool. I love it.
I mean, watch my fucking Code Geass video if you don't think I love anime.
I really couldn't watch Ava because I just can't watch sci-fi anime films. I don't like the genre. That sucks. There's some cool stuff in sci-fi. But, you know, listen, your taste is your taste. There's nothing wrong with that. I think Silly Willy said Death Parade's a great show. I agree. I do feel a little bit of... I do feel weird about Death Parade because it's like... I think it is genuinely really good, but no one else talks about it. So it gives me this weird sort of feeling of like, did I miss something about like why people don't like this show, or like why people are indifferent about it? Because I thought it was like, I thought that first episode was super good. I thought the second episode was, you know, a fantastic addition to it. And then the only thing I'm iffy on is like, the very last episode I don't love, but you know, I think it's still fine, and I think, I don't know, seems like a really interesting show that I don't know why it doesn't get any credit. Oh, and so Luke said I don't think I have the skills to make the video. Yeah, but just do it anyways, you know. I mean, we didn't have the skills when we made our first video. Some may argue we don't have the skills now, but we just do it anyways, you know?
Yeah, we don't let that stop us, is what we're getting at.
If you really just don't have any interest in it, then sure, don't force yourself to do it, but
if you are interested, then don't stop yourself.
Yeah. The only video I would make is Bleach is amazing because it doesn't seem to exist on YouTube and the criticisms are stupid. Plus, I love Bleach, but Craftsdwarf is going to make videos on Bleach. So, what's the opinion? Do you watch the Nen Show one? What's the general opinion of those two on Bleach? I think Mathwiz seems to be coming around to it. I don't follow, but I only sort of see what he says on Twitter and stuff. Silly Willy says I watch anime for limitless creativity. I don't know, you can kind of get that in most film, right?
Yeah, you can get that anywhere. You can get that from a 5-year-old with their freaking dolls, man.
Yeah. Make a video on it, Hoodie? What is what are you talking about? Death Parade? Is that what it is? I did make a video on Death Parade.
Yeah, there is one.
I think I might have unlisted it.
No, that one's still up.
No, I'm like 85% sure because I remember there's an editing mistake in there, and I noticed it after uploading it, and I messaged the mistake to you, and then we were like, well, it's already up. What are we gonna do? Take it down? And we just agreed that we wouldn't do that. But the thing is, like, at the time we had like 4 subscribers. We totally could have taken it down. It would have been fine.
What was the mistake?
I think I had like said a character's name, but put up a different character's picture.
Damn, you fool.
The thing is, that's like relatively minor, but the video was like 6 minutes long, so like one minor mistake is a large chunk of the video.
That's true.
Why don't you express your absolute hatred of anime, Hoodie? Okay. Here's a thought. Now, I really don't want anyone to take this as me saying that I hate anime, but alright, here's a thought.
It's gonna be more incriminating.
Follow me. I'm gonna paint a picture here. Just sort of follow along. And I sort of presented this thought to you a long time ago, like half a year ago, Zero. But okay, you know the notion that like an artist will create their best work when they're pushed against the wall or like against the ropes. You know, it's the struggle that creates great art. Would you ever like hear stuff like that?
Yeah, I've heard the sentiment.
Do you have any notion on that? Any sort of agreeance or whatever?
I think we've sort of seen that in a lot of circumstances. I don't know if it's necessarily true.
Sure, it's not like a fact of life, but it is very much like
it's a thing. It happens.
You know, Sylvester Stallone made Rocky like when he was dirt poor. You know, he was like a softcore porn star. Well, technically it was a little bit afterwards, but like he was really, you know,
you got to do what you got to do.
And I also want to talk about sort of like, and on that same note, I want to talk about technological limitations and how sometimes the inability to do something and finding the workaround can create greatness. So for example, let's talk about Yogi Bear. Yogi Bear has an iconic design. He is a bear and he has a tie on. I'll pull up a picture. Very simple. Yeah, and he has a green hat. Very simple design, very memorable, very iconic. People know Yogi Bear. But the reason he has a tie, I'm sure we all know this, not an uncommon fact. The reason he has a tie and like a collar, despite not wearing a shirt or pants or any other clothing other than the hat, is because they needed to separate the head from the body in terms of animation. Just the technological limitations at the time. Now, we don't need to do that anymore. But through that limitation, there was an essence of genius created. I also think about something like the Muppets, like Kermit the Frog. Kermit the Frog is a sock puppet. It is incredibly simple, yet it is easily, you know, in the world of puppetry, Kermit is looked upon as pure stroke of masterpiece. Like, this is an extremely well-designed puppet, and it comes from its level of simplicity and the limitations one has when designing a puppet. So in that line of thought, I was watching this show, this sort of not isekai per se. It was some sort of battle fantasy type show, and there was a scene where a girl was feeling shy. So in order to represent that, what the animators did was they had the girl, you know, her cheeks flared up and, you know, hands to her face, and then she physically shrunk. Like, her body shrank. It's obviously not a literal thing that someone could do, but it's anime, so if they can do it, why not? But I had messaged you. I thought this is interesting because you couldn't do that in a live action film, or you could. It'd be heavy CG, but for the most part, you wouldn't do that. You would instead film the angle in a way that represents them shrinking, but not literally. It would represent them being smaller. I think, now this is not a definitive thought, but it's just something being said. Something I'm putting out there, not something I necessarily believe 100%. but I think there's a certain level of artistic, I don't know if intellectual, what's the right word here? Integrity is probably not the right word, but I'm gonna go with it for now, and hopefully you just understand what I'm saying. There's a certain level of artistic integrity being applied to or artistic creativity being applied to the film, live action film portrayal of a girl being shy, that there isn't to the anime version of that. I just wanted to put that thought out there. What everyone thought about that. Let me scroll up in chat, or if you have anything to say, Zero.
I guess I would ask, what makes the filmmaking decision of filming the shot in such a way that it represents shyness necessarily better than the anime approach of having the character physically shrink to represent the same emotion?
Well, it's somewhat arbitrary, but it's the difficulty, right? Like, what is okay, so for example, what is the difference between The Hobbit just using CG to make characters shorter, and The Lord of the Rings using incredibly difficult lens perspective to make Frodo look shorter than Gandalf? What's the literal difference? Not much. I mean, both seem fine on screen, but one we recognize as iconic use of filmography, and one is just some guy doing CG. And it's relatively, I mean, from a certain perspective, I could totally see why someone wouldn't care. But I do think there's something to be said there.
I see where you're getting at.
Let me see what everyone's saying in here. Does anyone care about what I'm saying?
Are they talking about this at all?
A well-designed character should be simple yet expressive. I think you're thinking of innovation through conflict type of thing, which isn't really the same thing as an artist making his best work through hardship. I think you're thinking of innovation through conflict type of thing, which isn't really the same as the artist making his best work through hardship. Yeah, I think you're right. I did sort of combine those ideas when they're somewhat separate.
Nice.
Yeah, a lot of people, like with writing too, you should recognize a character even without saying their name. I'd say that's generally true, but that's a very idealist way of looking at it. But the fact of the matter is, people say similar things a lot of times, and it's only like in really character defining moments that you'd be able to tell the difference. Or not necessarily. Like, sure, I could probably tell the difference between Naruto talking or Sasuke talking most of the time, but there will be times where they could just say, you know, a meaningless statement, and it's roughly the same. Super Eye Patch Wolf's video on character designs is a good summary. That is a good video. I don't love Super Eye Patch Wolf's content, but I do think that video in specific is pretty good.
Yeah, Super Eye Patch Wolf is God. Calm down, Steve.
I think he's fine. Without getting into specifics, I am writing a video about a similar topic that he covered, so I've been sort of rewatching that video over and over again, and I don't know. I don't think it's I don't know, man. I don't want to be rude, because I do think, like, okay, let's remove analysis from the question, and we're just talking about his production, like his editing, his voice delivery, all great. I think he's really, you know, fairly good at that. Now let's put back in writing, but still keep analysis out, and just talk about the ability to evoke emotion through your writing. He could do that too. Fairly good. Now it's just when you put analysis back in that I think you start noticing things like, hey, you're not really saying much. And I will say that I don't think straight analysis is the only thing that goes into making an analysis video. So like,
It's true.
like some people will say Super Eye Patch Wolf is a bad YouTuber because his analysis is lacking. I would not say that. I just think, you know, that is a piece of the puzzle, and, you know, something that can be improved. But
I remember messaging Hoodie when Super Eye Patch Wolf did his face reveal. It was a real "oh no, he's hot" moment.
yeah, I mean, that always sucks, right? You know, it's not fair. Because it's not even, I don't know, like, I limited the pool to anime for my own benefit, and yet here I am, still not even near the top because of this dude.
Yeah, fuck this guy, man. The reason we're bashing Super Eye Patch Wolf is because we're jealous he's handsome. That's the gist you should be getting.
Do you ever feel like our live stream chat has way hotter takes than we do? Like,
Usually, yes. And I don't know why. Like, we're not holding back. We're not pulling any punches here.
I mean, I think I pull back like a tenth of my punch. Like, there are some things I'd say that I probably go a little harder if I felt like it. But like, for the most part, I am representing my actual opinions. But these guys are just like, I'm like, Super Eye Patch Wolf is all right, and Silly he's bad. He's not good.
Then again, you know, Super Eye Patch Wolf is really sexy. That's technically an endorsement.
But that's just a strong opinion on the other side. You know, it's the same thing.
Yeah.
I've noticed that our stream seems to be going fine. I don't know what changed, but it seems like we're no longer having internet issues.
It seems like the delay is bigger, though.
I didn't change anything. Do you want to restart for like a second? See if it fixes it?
I don't really... maybe. I don't know. I don't really mind, but it does seem like it's kind of impeding on our ability to interact with the chat.
Yeah, guys, we're going to restart the stream literally 5 seconds, and then we'll be...
6, 7...
We're back.
8,
okay,
9,
well, they didn't hear me
10.
counting, so you just sound like an idiot now.
Wow. Well, for all they know, I was counting the whole time.
Repeating stories you like for emotion's sake is good. I do think, like, the ability to evoke emotion is good, yeah. I mean, you could say it's slightly cheaper. Like, it sort of hinges somewhat harder on a viewer's own knowledge and not really something you're bringing to the table. But I would compare it to, like, putting an Easter egg in a movie, you know? Like, that is... Do I think it's like you're a great writer because you wrote that the Captain America shield is in the background? No, but I do think, like, the ability to play on emotions is a valuable skill, and if he could do it, then that's fair. Like, if I was talking to him and he asked me for advice on his videos, I'd say, yeah, you know, like, let's move a little bit away from this and move more into analysis, and that would improve your content. But I don't think he's bad.
Yeah. Why are we talking about fake deaths? I
don't know.
Where'd this come from?
What's the delay like right now? I'm gonna... Man, delay is still super long. We're over like 10 seconds. Over 10 seconds. The fake out is true when the fake out is there for a long time. Did I miss something?
I don't know where this came from, but
I don't know what we're talking
jump
about
on the
specifically.
bandwagon.
I just don't know what we're talking about specifically to make a comment on it.
Let's how far did you get into Arrow before you stopped paying attention to it?
Maybe like near the end of season 4, I think.
Okay, so you saw Oliver's duel with Ra's al Ghul.
Yeah, where he, spoilers for Arrow, but I don't think any of you guys care. Where he falls off the cliff.
He quote unquote dies.
Yeah.
I think that's it was such a weird choice because within the same episode that they killed him, they teased that he was still alive. So it's like, at that point, why even have the fake out?
Yeah, I agree. That's sort of like this was for the trailers moment. This is like we had him die so we could put it in the trailers that he might die. But if you watch the show, if you watch the episode, you never really thought he'd die.
I don't know, man. Really grinds my gears.
They're there to cause main character pain. Generally speaking, probably. Usually. Sure, I guess. Typically takes a lot for a character's death to impact me. I find plenty of people recognize a moment of death for anyone and they get sad. It takes a lot for... I'm trying to think of like non-impactful deaths that of shows that I did care about, because like, okay, so the Arrow example is that one didn't impact me in any way, but I also didn't really like Arrow at that point. But I'm trying to think of like, were there any deaths in like Naruto or something that didn't impact me? Like Asuma, when he died, I was super impacted by that, and he was like
he barely got screen time.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe I am easy to get like that. I mean, sure, there needs to be some, like, I didn't care about the 500 ninjas that Madara killed, but there needs to be something.
Oh no, that guy.
I mean, I feel bad for the one guy who ran up and then got killed by his own ally's explosive kunai. I feel bad for him, but I don't care.
Yeah, that was a bad one. Man, rest in peace that dude.
Random question, what do you think of romantic subplots and how they're part of almost every story to ever exist? Well, one, I don't think they're part of every story. I think they're part of a large majority. But great stories out there that don't have them. I guess two would be, it's a really sort of, it's fine when it's fine and it's not when it's not type of thing. Like,
yeah.
Like, for me to say that romantic subplots are bad would be super disingenuous to the fact that, like, there are perfectly fine romantic subplots. Like, okay, let's talk about what's that show called? Masamune-kun's Revenge. I thought, that show's romantic, so it's hard to call it a subplot. But the subplot of the love triangle. What the hell are you doing in here? What's up, dude? That's Zero's brother. Oh, sorry, what was I talking about? I think I was talking about Masamune-kun. Yeah, the subplot of the love triangle I thought was probably the better part of that show. Or not the better. It's a little iffy, but it was a very good aspect of the show. A romantic subplot that got me annoyed when I was younger was in Wolf's Rain. What was the romantic subplot in Wolf's Rain?
Subplot in Wolf's Rain got you? It's just two wolves.
Oh, was that? It was Blue?
Yeah, Blue and I don't remember the kid's name.
I didn't even think of that as like a romance subplot.
Yeah, it just sort of happened.
I thought it was like an extension of a character, like the male wolf. I forget his name. He was clearly interested in girls the entire time, and then a girl shows up. Of course, he's interested in her, and I don't know. And she reciprocate. Whatever. I'm not gonna screw English. she felt similarly, but it certainly was not a subplot by definition for sure, because it was certainly not relevant, and it was short and not distracting to me at all.
Yeah, I felt it hard to care about. Blue was the girl. Oh wait, no, the flower thing. Okay, the flower and the main guy. That also.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, I'll agree with that. I don't know if it annoyed me. Yeah, I don't know if it annoyed me, but I did think it was like weird. I do think it was incredibly out of character for what we had known from that guy.
I watched Gotham. Oh, I watched a little bit of Gotham.
Hey Hoodie, did you watch Gotham? I just went into the middle of season 2 because I don't care about what happens before. Okay. I like it.
That's
I respect
fair.
it. I don't care about what happens before, but what I'm watching is pretty good. Bruce is really good. I watched the first episode with Zero. I thought it was fairly interesting, but just not something, I don't know. And if anything, I'm less interested to watch it as the show goes on, because from my understanding, from my understanding, and you can correct me if you've seen it, if anyone here has, but it slowly stops becoming the story of, you know, Gotham City Police and starts becoming a young Bruce story, and just, you know, all of, you know, Catwoman and then the Joker and then Penguin. Although I've heard Penguin's good, but, you know, just sort of like origin stories for all these young criminals, which is, and then young hero, and then blah blah blah, whatever. And then like I even heard Cassandra Cain is getting introduced to the show, which doesn't even make sense because Bruce is like 12, but whatever, I guess. Yeah, so it just doesn't sound. If you're looking for a young Bruce story, maybe it's interesting, but I don't know. I thought the idea of Gotham City Police was interesting, and I don't know why they're moving away from it. Although, I guess if I thought it was interesting and I'm not watching it, maybe that's why they're moving away from it.
I suppose that's possible.
You can't have a romantic relationship at the age of 6 and 7? That's not true. I mean, I guess it's define romantic, but I mean, kids date each other all the time. I was a wee lad when I had my first girlfriend. I was but 11 years old, or like 12 or something.
I definitely had like I think first grade girlfriend. It was basically, we were just on the bus and she was like, "Hey, do you want to be my boyfriend?" And I was like, "Yeah." And that's how it went. Technically, we never broke up either, so
we're married, actually.
Yeah, we're going strong.
Think about the mental and emotional capacity of most children. They can't have a serious relationship. Sure, but if we're just defining relationships by how serious they are, then I don't think I could have a serious relationship. You know? So I think that parameter being set limits a lot further than 6 or 7. I think you start going up to like, I don't know,
30,
17. Yeah, like. My sweetest relationship was when I was like 10. So many children's birthday parties together. I don't think I ever went to a birthday party. I was not the type of kid that got invited to them. I'm a freak. I'm a weirdo.
I didn't go to a lot of birthday parties. I do remember, like, pretty much every time I've been in a bouncy house in my entire life, because those are pretty dope. But regular parties tend to just fade from the memory. If it doesn't have a bouncy house, I'm not interested.
Tell me if this sounds like a story I've told before. it was my sister and stepbrother's birthday. They had birthdays within the same month, so they shared a party. And they were inviting all their friends, and they said, since it's at the house, they said, hey, you can invite one of your friends too, just to hang out while the party's going on. So I picked my best friend. His name was Cody. I draw up the invitation. I say, Cody, you're invited. Well, I put that on the card. It's a card. It's a literal card, invitation. And I go to school the next morning, and I'm looking for Cody. We're not in school yet. I'm just walking around the schoolyard, and I'm just looking around for Cody. And, I can't find him. And my sister comes up to me, and she was friends with Cody's older brother, and she was like, hey, Cody doesn't want to go. So I was like, oh, okay. And then I went to this little sewer crate that was by the school, and I took the card and I just dropped it in the sewer.
Damn. It really be like that sometimes. I have a similar story. Maybe not similar, but it was a sad moment in my childhood. I was when I was a kid, I was doing these like comic book things that, basically stick figures fighting each other for my amusement. And their powers were like ripoffs of Dragon Ball Z and Naruto because, that was the good shit. And this other kid who was in my class also started doing them. And my characters were ripoffs, but his characters were just ripoffs of my ripoffs.
Wait, was this was this middle school, elementary school?
This was elementary school. I think like 4th grade.
Okay.
So, being the kind hero that I was like, I will still recognize this imposter's shitty comic books. And I came up with the decision to handwrite like a contract between our comic book companies, and if signed, it would have allowed both of us to use each other's characters in our storylines. And when I presented it to him at school, he was like, what the fuck is this? I was like, read it. And he read a few sentences. He was like, I don't fucking want this. I was like, you bitch. But then I was like, okay, yeah, that's fine.
That man was Stan Lee.
Like if you cry every time.
It's a very, very mad world.
True that, man. It really is.
Zero was always a gladiator organizer. Did I miss something? Did you organize a gladiatorial combat? I just missed that.
I may have, honestly.
My mom has a bouncy house in our backyard. When I was little, because she was friends with the child's party maker guy, she got rid of it because the electric bill was too high. She just got a trampoline.
No,
functionally,
bouncy houses are way better.
Well, I mean, if the problem is blowing it up, you don't have to blow up a trampoline.
That's true. It's true.
Now I'm just imagining Baby Zero in a suit. Well, have you seen Boss Baby? It's a lot like that, actually.
Yeah, it's pretty similar. I did wear a suit to school that day.
I wasn't sure if you were joking for a second, because you did. You did come to school in suits before. Now that sounds a little weird, but it was usually because it was suit day or some shit like that.
Yeah, I used the excuses they gave us. Really, I just liked wearing a suit.
They're pretty good. I used to tell myself that like I would dress up in two ways. Either I dress up the way I do now, which is basically super lazy. I wear pajama pants all the time and just like a hoodie. Or I would dress up super fancy all the time and always wear suits like Barney Stinson from How I Met Your Mother. That was naive of me to think that would ever happen, that I would ever always wear suits. Like, even if I had the money to do it, I would still, there's no way I'd muster up the energy every morning to put on a suit. Like,
suits they look cool, but
yeah,
it's really just not worth the effort.
Especially because, like, what, am I gonna put on a suit so I could stream for you guys? Come on. Come on.
Yeah, you don't deserve this.
Trampolines are fab? What is that? What are you saying, Sadiq? What does that mean?
Does make sense.
The only time I've seen a person in a full suit in school was for a biography project, and he was doing MLK. The kid was white, and he came to school painted black. Oh, jeez.
What grade was that in?
Jesus.
Oh boy.
That's rough. That's
rough. Also, good advice. You don't want to fap on a trampoline.
I mean, sure. I mean, I guess. Do whatever you want, Sneak. I mean, I'm just trying to parse, like, why not? And, like, there are reasons, right? But, like,
it just doesn't seem, like, safe.
Well, not while you're jumping, sure. I mean, I would just question the possibility of doing that at all, but if it's you know, in the privacy of your own backyard and you're not jumping, I don't see why not.
I guess if you're not jumping, it's fine.
Sixth grade.
That's what I thought.
He did blackface. There's no way a sixth grader was able to do that on his own. Early. That means his parents were like, "Oh, you have an MLK project? This is a genius idea."
Don't listen to one.
All right. Do I take your knight? I would lose my bishop to the pawn, but offensive maneuvers, you know.
I wouldn't, but it is up to you.
Are you trying to, like, reverse psychology me? Or,
no.
Or not reverse psychology, are you just trying to, like, trick me?
Not really.
I'm not gonna fall for this.
Alright, that's fine. I mean, it's not that bad, but, you know, I wouldn't have done that.
Oh, I thought you would take me with the pawn. I guess that's fine.
Nah, I gotta preserve my pawn structure.
Are you still setting something up right now?
No, I already did the thing I wanted to do, so now I'm just playing.
Oh.
I have another maneuver in mind, but I can't do it yet. I see. You want to lead with the king, huh?
I learned this from you. Oh. That was a mistake.
I mean, it wasn't really a bad move.
Yeah, you're right. It wasn't a bad move. It was great. I'm glad I made it. I downloaded My Neighbor Totoro last night. I was planning on watching it and discussing it on stream, but I didn't watch it. I just put on something else instead. All right. Aggressive
Materials are
maneuvers.
cool here. Well, mostly. Anybody in the chat play chess?
Silly Willy does, right?
Does he?
Hasn't he given me advice before?
Possibly.
What the heck?
One got hype for you humming.
I'm glad I could entertain you. I totally forgot you're playing chess. I forget too sometimes.
I'm paying more attention to this chess game than I am to the chat by a wide margin.
We've made more moves in the past minute than we have in the previous hour and a half.
Oh, I see. I remembered that someone, had played with Masters, but I didn't remember who it was.
That was the most blatant humble brag I've ever heard.
Just because I learned from Masters and Grandmasters doesn't mean I'm automatically a god at chess.
I mean, I wouldn't say so.
But if you did... No offense to Dick.
No, Silly Willy said that.
Oh, right. No offense to Silly.
You hear that? You guys are just nameless faces, or I don't even know what else. I was gonna incriminate Zero in some way, but I don't even know what I was gonna say. I'm so tired. I went to bed at like 11 a.m. today, and then woke up at 3 p.m. for this, and now I'm super tired. But the question is, like, I want to just go to sleep after we're done streaming, but if I could just stick out another 3 to 4 hours, I'd fix my sleeping schedule. But I don't know, man.
I think you got to do it.
But the problem isn't about whether I want to, because I want to. The problem is, like, I just don't have enough mental stimulation to do it.
I feel that.
Like, if I'm hanging out with friends, yeah, sure, I could stay up for 24 hours. But, like, if I'm just alone in my room looking at YouTube videos, like, what am I? It's not gonna keep me up.
It's true. That genius brain needs rest.
That's true. I mean, I simply just, I lose 5 IQ points when I don't sleep, and I need those 5 IQ points to keep me above the mental retardation level.
Genius level intellect.
That's crazy how, like, close they are. It's like 91 is your a vegetable, and then 92 is your genius.
It's crazy. 2 a.m. to 10 a.m. is not a nap.
11 to 3 is a good nap. I don't know, it's a bit longer than a nap. That's 4 hours. I think the ideal sleeping schedule for me is like 3 a.m. I like to sleep for 12 hours. I'm a monster. So like 3 a.m. to 3 p.m. I think is ideal for me. What I used to do, and I don't do this so much anymore, just because I kind of just force myself to go to sleep. But I used to do like staying up for 16, going to bed for 12. So my sleeping schedule was just constantly changing because it's obviously more than 24 hours in that formula. But I don't know. I've since stopped doing that because I've had less and less reasons to stay awake for 16 hours, you know, like I kind of want to get back in. I kind of want to get back into an MMO, but I've been trying to do that for the past like 2 years and it just doesn't work. I don't know. Because MMOs are like why I did, you know, like that is what kept me up for a large part of my life. Although, but here's the tricky thing about MMOs, because like I could totally just pick up any game and play it, sure, but like half of that game is like half of those games are the social aspect of like playing with friends, and you know I have no friends, like that's just a given.
Right. Why do you think we run an anime YouTube channel?
Kawaii Hero. Any recommendations for anime? I'm desperate. Well, I was talking about Death Parade earlier. I don't know if you were here for that, but highly recommend Death Parade. I mean, it's hard to know what you're looking for here.
Yeah.
But if you want my just general anime that I like, that I've recommended to people in the past, is another one would be Haikyuu. Specifically, if you're okay with a slow start, then I think Haikyuu is pretty good, pretty great.
Code Geass, best show. Great job.
If he subscribes to the channel, I'm sure he's seen Code Geass.
That's not true. Or not necessarily true.
Yeah, it's not necessarily true. But I think Silly Willy hasn't seen it, but still, generally true. Mob Psycho 100, I'd give a fat recommendation.
Same for One Punch Man. Why are you asking one? Am I not allowed to keep my anonymity? Okay, so he has seen Code Geass, I'm guessing, is what he's responding to. And if he watched it 3 times, that means he liked it. So something in that vein would be a good recommendation.
Okay. That's interesting. I'm trying to think of like smart guy shows. Well, you like One Outs.
I do like One Outs.
It's a similar. I mean, it's similar in the sense that it is about a smart guy using his brain to trick his opponents, but it's in the setting of baseball. So if you don't like sports, then not even like sports, but if you don't like sports anime, then you might not like it.
But you watched Mob Psycho, right?
Yeah, I saw Mob Psycho. That's I talk about it in my next video.
Oh, right. You just texted me.
JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. No, I can't watch that show. It's a meme. I can't watch it.
Yeah, we don't watch memes.
That's not what I meant, but I watched Mob Psycho a month ago, 2 months ago, maybe. Sometime in April. I watched it because I had taken a list of things people wanted me to watch, and I watched a couple of them. Thought it was really good, and then my next video touches on something that I thought was relevant to Mob Psycho, and now it's in there, you know. Only for a couple minutes, but it's in there.
The reason I asked if anyone played chess earlier is that I want people to challenge me.
We've never been able to get it to work before.
That's true. But I was just thinking, on or during the stream, if anyone else wants to play while I'm playing you, I could just
do both games.
Yeah.
Screw you. Excuse me, everyone. I must blow my nose. Let me go ahead and move to a waiting screen real fast. And mute my mic too.
Yeah, we don't want to hear that.
All right, I'm back.
Welcome back.
Oh. And we're on the new screen too.
Kato.
No, not that. I mean, yes, we are, but I moved to the 2-camera screen. Although technically they can't see us play chess now, so
that's fine. It was just a front.
I'll move it back. But man, I'm really just waiting for the day where we could use this. Like I spent a whole night making a bunch of these, and it's never gonna come up.
It happens.
Durarara is also entertaining.
Da-da-da-da-da.
Is that how people pronounce that?
I heard Sabrina pronounce it like that once.
Residential weeb.
Yeah.
I watched the first couple episodes when I was younger, so I am due to give it another shot. But it was really confusing. Too confusing for me.
I apologize for all the cars, people. Don't worry.
And yes, he did move to Jamaica.
Be happy.
You know, I really want to do at some point in our lives, like in the near future. It would require some level of like of being larger than we are now. But I'd really like to take a trip to like another country, like or maybe not even another country. Like if we all just went to like Vegas or something, like and we streamed it or something.
That'd be cool.
I just think, yeah, like Kato goes to Japan or whatever. I think that would be super cool, but
that'd be dope as hell, dude.
Like, one, I can't afford that kind of trip right now, and two, it would also be nice if like that trip could be like, I don't think our audience would care enough for it to be. Just say like our content wouldn't be able to fund the trip. Is basically what I'm getting at, and
Right.
So it's something I definitely want to do if we can at some point.
Well, maybe you should get a passport.
I'm fairly confident I have one because I've left the country before. So.
Oh, that's true.
Who's your favorite anime character? Well, we actually have videos of that on the channel.
That's true.
I mean, yours was real and mine was like my dog. So.
But you know, you had some real analysis in there.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I gave him a taste.
I love Baccano. I have not seen Baccano yet. That was one of the first shows we put when we first created this channel. We wanted 10 ideas before we ever started. You know, we wanted to have like 10 solid video ideas before even uploading one. And one of the ideas was on Baccano, but it just ended up being pushed further and further down the line, and then now it's just gone forever.
Baccano is a good show. I actually didn't watch Baccano. I read the entire manga. Oh wait, no. I was thinking of Bakuman.
You fool.
I am fool. Baccano, I did watch, I think like half of the 12 episodes. And, you know, it was good, but it's one of those shows that just sort of got, you know, ignored. My favorite manga character does not have an anime, but if he did, he might be my favorite anime character. But he also might not. It's Akiyama from Liar Game. Because Lelouch is a pretty good character. I'm a big fan of that guy, but Akiyama, he's pretty good too.
Do you guys know what couscous is? I've been eating it for dinner for the last 20 days. I'm familiar with couscous.
Send help.
That's a lot of food.
The food's so nice they named it twice.
Anpu Black Ops shows back in the chat for the message. Very important. Glad you came to us with that one, buddy. Thanks for stopping by. Hey, Hoodie, you guys
Indeed.
you should reach out to anime conventions sometimes, but YouTubers get flown out to attend panels and whatnot. Also start with Canada or something. That sounds like a really fun experience that I'm sure we won't have. 'Cause,
Yeah, like what panel would we do?
well, even if we had one, like we have 20,000 subscribers, which is a lot, and I'm super grateful. But like, just let's be real. Right now, if I said, "Hey guys, we're going to local convention, you should come," no, why would you? Are you guys gonna come for us? So while I
Yeah.
do think super great experience that could happen in the future, I don't think we're quite there yet. But yeah, I mean, I think that would be great. And I mean, it would probably be within our interest to just go to anime conventions even as not a guest. Like, if we just, I don't know, had the time, or not had the time, but if the opportunity presented itself, I don't think it'd be terrible to go to an anime convention.
I've been to one anime convention before, and it was a pretty fun time. I had like a 3-day pass, and I only went for one day, but I
the
enjoyed
heck?
that one day
Why'd you do that?
because I'm dumb.
That
I was
is
in
dumb.
Cambridge, and it was Anime Boston, and I was just too lazy to make the commute.
Why were you in Cambridge?
That was when I was staying there.
Oh. Who are your favorite main characters?
My favorite anime character is a main character, but aside from him, I'm a big fan of let's say Yusuke Urameshi. He's a good one.
It's an interesting choice.
There aren't a lot of shows where my favorite character is the main character, if we're talking specifically like shonen stuff, but Yusuke is certainly an exception to that rule.
Yeah, I don't know if I have one. Well, I mean, obviously I do, but
Saitama's another good main character.
oh yeah, I guess I'll give it to. It sounds like I was about to agree with you, but I'm not. I'll give it to Mob, maybe.
Mob's a good one. I do like Gone Freaks, but I like Killua more. That's the thing. For most of the main characters, I like someone else from the show more.
Yeah, like the first thing that came to mind was, and not necessarily because I even like Hinata from Haikyuu that much, but that's the first thing that came to mind, and I was like, no, he's like fourth, you know, maybe even lower. I got like 3/4 of the Karasuno volleyball team before I even get to him. And then like a fourth of the people not even on the team before I even get to him. Who was the main character from that anime where they get taught by the alien who blasted through the moon? Oh, was that Assassination Classroom?
Yeah.
I don't know.
He's a good one. He's a good main character. Silly recognized it.
We watched that one with our good friend. I'd say their name, but I don't know if they want us to or not. So, just a good friend.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go here. How do I? What's the aggressive maneuver? I mean, I see an aggressive maneuver here, but I mean, you just moved the knight there, so you clearly see it as well.
That's
But
true.
like, I don't see how this wouldn't put you in like a super opportune area.
It's true.
So I'm just gonna take it.
I'll say
Sorry, go ahead.
it's considered common chess wisdom that the bishop pair is worth more than a bishop and a knight, or 2 knights. But I mean, that doesn't mean it's true.
It's not. Lelouch from Code Geass and Light from Death Note are great main characters. I would agree.
That's true.
But I don't know if Light...
isn't my favorite.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know if Light is my favorite from Death Note. What is going... Come on, dude. Someone's just revving their engine outside. What type of main characters do you guys prefer? That's an interesting question. I mean, I'm just choosing to interpret that question however I want, because you're not very specific about it. But, well, let me think about movies I like.
I like Deku. Deku's cool.
No,
He kind of comes across as like
I hate him.
generic character, but he's a little bit more. Enough more to be
Do
good.
you think so? What is a little bit more for him?
I'll say Deku is like uncharacteristically smart for a shonen main character.
Okay, let's break that down a little bit. Not that I'm necessarily disagreeing with you, but I do think he is more studious than like Naruto, let's say. But when it comes down to it, when they're both in a fight, both are making the same deductions.
I think Deku just does it a little bit better. And I'm not saying like, you know, the fights in My Hero Academia are smarter than, but I do think when we compare Deku to Naruto, like Deku uses his brain just more often. And I think Naruto actually uses his brain more often than most shonen protagonists. So I think Deku is like even higher than that, I would say. Based off the amount of time I've spent, you know, watching the show and reading the manga and shit.
Would you... Okay, so Silly Willy says Deku has always used brains in every fight so far. Now I'm gonna preface this with I have not rewatched the fight since it came out, but would you say that's true in the Todoroki fight? Like, was he using his brain in that? Like, yeah, he had a win condition, but was he like, his strategy wasn't really using his brain, more so just like, how do I put this?
Ooh.
He was making choices to provoke emotional reactions, so there was thought behind it, but like, I wouldn't necessarily how should I put this? I don't think of that as the same way as like strategy, not to compare to like the Naruto versus Neji fight or whatever. Naruto does like the same sort of thing, right? But he also does it in a way where he is strategizing how to win the battle.
That's true. I would say that fight probably is an exception. Not like well, yeah, I guess he really does just sort of like, you know, spam one for all. But I'd say most of his fights, he does strategize a little bit more.
His strategy was not to cripple himself in one punch. He used his fingers as strat instead of punches and kicks because he knew it would be a one-hit KO. He knew it wouldn't be a one-hit KO. Yeah, but that was a strategy he had pretty much already developed like in every fight prior to this. I mean, that was already common knowledge at that point. It wasn't necessarily like... It wasn't something he developed as a strategy for that fight specifically. It was just a general gathering of information he had done in the past where it was like, okay, I can't just keep doing this.
Yeah.
And this isn't to say that the fight is bad, because I think that's a great fight. But
it was just fairly simple.
And there's nothing wrong with that, you know?
Yeah. But I mean, like his more recent fight against Gentle that happened in the manga, he like... Gentle's power was he could make anything he touched like rubber, and he was using it on the air, and so Deku like memorized where he had stepped on the air to like use his power to basically like jump around and stuff, and then use that to his advantage to get around the guy's guard and hit him. It's like, damn.
Yeah, that seems smart. I would say his like fight with Stain was smart. You know, just deducing how Stain's power worked was intelligent, but saying that like saying that knowing if he tried to just punch him, that wouldn't work. So instead, he's just gonna flick. Is smart as fuck. I don't know if I'd agree with that.
Yeah, I'd say that particular fight was not much to write home about. But I'll say it is more than we get in other shows, oftentimes, especially in this aesthetic.
Speak says my net is shit, so I'm just in the chat. I can't watch the stream. That's like, you're getting 1/3 of the experience, man.
Yeah, he's not even watching us. He's just interacting with everyone else here.
Who is interacting with us, though? No, Deku prolonged the fight. That was his strategy, not winning. No, but even that's not necessarily true. Because it's not like... That was sort of something that happened in the middle of the fight where he noticed. Right? Am I wrong? Am I misremembering here? Like, he didn't go into that fight expressing this strategy. Like, his strategy going into the fight was not to prolong it, to force Todoroki to use his fire powers to provide this, growth for the character or whatever. His strategy was to win. And then it's just throughout the fight, he realized Todoroki was not going all out and had a path to victory that he wasn't using. And then he decided, okay, screw winning. I'm just going to keep blasting this guy in the face until he has to, fight back.
Yeah. And I don't know. I think these guys are defending it a little much.
Deku was smart enough to realize that he wouldn't be able to one-hit KO him. He was trying to prolong the fight to get him to either freeze over and win or get Todoroki to use his flames to be a hero. Oh, I've already partly addressed that. But also, a question. Could he just not have one-hit KO'd him? Like, I know he got a punch in, but he didn't unleash the full punch in that. But if he just did, would he have just won?
If he landed an actual punch, yeah. But I think the reason he was, initially decided to use his fingers was because he couldn't get close enough.
But didn't he do that? Am I misremembering? Or didn't he actually land a punch on Todoroki at one point?
I think that was after all his fingers were broken.
Oh, so he couldn't go full power on that one?
I think I don't remember if he was holding back, actually.
Oh, I guess we're over 2 hours. We can finish this conversation if anyone has anything else to say. I guess I will... He instantly made a small glacier when he got pissed. Yeah, but I mean, One for All would have destroyed that. I'm just saying, okay, I would need to revisit it to 100% find out Deku's motivations, but from what I remember, it was sort of like, and I could be remembering this wrong, but I remember it being that he was in the middle of the fight when he saw Todoroki's body sort of freezing over and getting too cold, and he made the deduction, and he did do this, that if he just activated his fire powers, he would cover up that weakness. But if that happened before the fight, then maybe I'm wrong, but
I'll say he does show his intuition there for quirks to be able to recognize that weakness and a quick, easy countermeasure using Todoroki's other quirk, which is something he's been known to do. Covering weaknesses with other quirks is one of his ideas. But in terms of his actual combat strategy, I don't think it was that impressive.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, do I think the ability to recognize your inabilities is smart? Sure, but is it super smart? No. I mean, when I think of someone being really, really intelligent, I think of the Shikamaru versus Tamari fight from the Chunin exams, or even to a lesser extent the Ochako versus Bakugo fight. I think Ochako was incredibly intelligent in that fight, and I don't think you could even compare Ochako's strategy to Deku's. I think it was way better in terms of just like who's being intelligent or the most intelligent.
Mm.
All right. Anyone have any closing points before we wrap it up? Silly Willy, anything? I'll give it a second.
We're not even gonna finish today's chess game.
Just admit you've lost.
This is one of the most even games we've had.
Just admit you've lost. Did you just reject the draw?
I don't think you sent a draw.
Oh, you had to double click it.
Yeah. Alright.
Hoodie watch Angel's Egg. Alright, I'll look it up. I'm not even going to remotely promise that I'll do it, but I'll look it up. Alright guys, we're going to wrap up the stream here. Just a heads up, by the way. All the streams are unlisted on the channel, but they're unlisted, not privated. So if you go to our playlist, you could find one that has all of the live streams. So, you know, if you miss part of them and you just want to go rewatch that part or whatever, then they are available through that playlist, but they are unlisted. But that is it. That is it for this time, folks. We'll see you in 2 weeks. These are going to be bi-weekly now, so we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Indeed.
Peace out.
Good night, stream.